M45A1 Monday. Snap. A lot. I guess in the same vein, since the M45A1 is but a 1911, but forget, I think it was like 110 SAS actual had a video come out about the M45A1. They were talking about how basically this pistol was a failure. And I should give the old Jeff Gerwich history of 1911, because you hear so much, right? I guess I remember hearing so much about 1911 being used and the HRTs. It kind of flies in the face. I don't know. I guess that latest video kind of like talking about how 1911 is actually super cool 1911s, and FBI HR hostage rescue teams never really used, or like immediately switched to by the Glocks. Maybe even an M9 or two. This map is different. It's different in that I thought I'd be running into more enemies by now. But also, I am woefully afraid of this map. I once again randomized how many potential hostiles are on the map. I said, give me a lot. Yeah, but the M40, I guess the M45 has its origins in, has its origins in the 1911, and you trace it back to like the HRTs, or the not the HRTs, the TPR, like one very cool black 1911, and then from there, that's like the 90s. That's like the 90s elite 1911. And then like the M45A1 is like an updated model of that, supposedly. And that's in like 2012, which is a lot later in life. It's one of those things that I guess, like getting into guns, I guess, or more history coming out of guns, getting exposed to more history of firearms. I was realizing here. There we go. Took a while. Took a while to find out. Oh snap. There we go. Already round 2. Alright, okay, so 2012 M45A1, right? You got, or around that time, is when this version of the 1911, the last gasp of the 1911, I guess, it's kind of out and about. Iron sight, it's got a thicker rail, which is weird. It's supposed to help with the recoil. It's 45 AC, still 45 ACP. 2 World Wars stopping power. Oh snap. See if I can't get behind cover before engaging. 8 rounds, but I think 10 rounds are like the standard. So, but so with something like this, it's like there's a lot of mythos. The thing I think surrounding the 1911 not out, I have like 1 round. By the way, this loadout only has like, I think maybe 10 to 12 mags. This is like the first time I've tried experimenting with like actually like taking things on and off player character. Oh snap. I think I might have actually got that guy. Oh wait, this is not in the game. This is a Steam Workshop item. I was able to put in the game. Because shockingly, this isn't Ready or Not, so maybe Ready or Not, we'll revisit this maybe at some point. M45A1 Monday with the, Ready or Not, but basically, but the thing with the 1911 is like it's either finicky or it's not. There's a lot of lore with the 1911 and or M45A1. Apparently, these one like the M45A1 is supposed to be a super high-end custom model, souped up 1911, but it's still. Still 19. It's still a single stack. 1911. Which means I only have like 7 shots left in this bad boy. If I was using a different. I was using the 8-round standards. I only have 5 shots, so. Is it accurate? Maybe. Allegedly. Can be. Oh boy. Oh, lights out. I took around. I took around for sure. This is an interesting level. So like there's this part of the subway. Oh, I'm bleeding out. I think I'm bleeding out. Maybe just the lighting's getting different. But the argument is always, capacity. A 1911 is going to be more difficult. I see it. To get people trained up on because it's a single action. It's got a manual safety. It's not double action like a SIG 226, so you can't just 10 enemies remaining. Somehow. Not doing the most tactical thing. Just constantly moving with my light. And I have night vision. What superpower? Can't be forgetting to use my superpower night vision. Now you can have extended mags, like big ol' honking extended mags. We've had those since like WW1. With like horseshoe mags. Like they literally just go around in a horseshoe, and I think those give you 32. And then there are also some models you can make these go full auto. But, I mean, 10 rounds of, ammunition goes by very fast. Oh, shit. You see me just, oh man, I got jump scared for real. Oh, that's embarrassing. Nine enemies remaining. Looks like I could grab one of their guns, but no. But no. There was a Glock tangent, there, but like, I suppose I should finish my thought if I hadn't. Regarding an M9 or 226 or Walther P38, Makarov, those are all single action, double action. So you could theoretically, I'm gonna pretty sure I'm gonna have to take a risk here and try and eliminate these two guys. Is that a guy? No, those are just flowers in it. Those are just flowers. So you could have a round loaded, ready to go, safety off, and the first long trigger pull being heavy, like somewhere between 8 to 12 pounds, is your safety. Or theoretically can be your safety. But a Glock is simple. No manual safety to defeat like a 1911. No different trigger pull. Every trigger pull is the same as opposed to something single action, double action like a revolver, which I guess should have been a big example. Or an M9 or 226. But then again, in this modern era, who's going to be starting out with a revolver? In a video game, how many video games are accurately or even giving you the ability to cock a hammer back or a revolver? It's just all double action, more than likely. Not if it's single action, the game will cock it for you. Those friendlies? So this might be some sort of bank. Oh snap. Eight enemies remaining. This doesn't really give you a good estimate of how many bullets you have left, man. It's the bank. Sprint. How do I? It's almost one of those times where I wish it was like ready or not, where you can't even sprint. That's where I wish. Or a controller or games with controllers would shine. Having to reach all the way like this. Getting mad annoying. Ooh, lights out. Complete darkness. I guess if you weren't around doing this or that, the grand scheme of things, it's hard to determine myth and legend from reality. Because I've heard so much about the 1911. The 1911's been around for so long. And as we kind of come back around to the second resurgence, or third? Fourth, fifth resurgence of the 1911 with the 2011 platform. Just double stack, make it a little bit thicker. Which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure. I like the slimness of the 1911. The thickness of a double stack 2011 or a double stack 1911, usually chambered in 9mm pistols. That extra width is kind of chunky. Chunkier, I think even chunkier or weirder for me at least than a Glock. A Glock. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But assuredly the 1911 probably won't go anywhere for another 130 years. And this M45A1, who knows if there'll definitely never be another M45, A2, A3. Unless we get laser pistols and we just go back to the 1911 for some reason. For some reason the geometry just works somehow. With whatever futuristic technology is around. That'll be an interesting... that'll be interesting to figure out one day. Is one tarnation is the safety supposed to work on potentially a laser pistol? It's gonna have to be a manual one, isn't it? Maybe it does. I'll just circle back to the 1911. Seven hostiles remaining. I haven't searched all these buildings well enough. Oh shit. Where's he shooting from? Rounds. Oh, my light throw. My light ain't throwing hard enough. I thought he might have been shooting from the subway, but no, he's clearly coming in. Maybe I got lucky. Oh, I got... Oh, snap. You definitely don't want to hear a click like that. Jesus Christ. That could have been it. Could have been game over, man. Who dares wins. On a side tangent, I've been watching a lot of... Oh snap, where'd this guy go? I've been watching a lot of 24, so I'm starting to look at the USP Compact a lot more. which shocking that somehow I haven't seen Blood Diamond yet. So I think the USP compact is also predominant in that film. I think the USP compact is in this game, so we might. Jack Bauer, Venom Snake. Oh snap! Uses the USP compact a lot. That seems to be his signature weapon. That's an old TV show. So a lot of Ironside MP5s, and in the beginning of the show, a whole lot of iron-sighted M4s, barely getting into. Maybe just because the budget increased as the series went on, but we're finally I'm finally seeing aim points, red dots, aim points on the M4s for the TAC teams. These last guys are gonna have to be in the subway. Oh. Let's get some. What's that? Meg. That's it. That's all of them. Somehow had enough ammo, huh? 46%. I thought I was gonna flub it there at the last second, but I guess that goes to. I did take a round. I knew I took a round. I knew it. I thought I was gonna bleed out there though. I really did. I guess it was just the lighting shifting. Seems interesting. This game's cool, I guess. Did I make any sense in any of that? I like single stack 1911s, I guess is my closing thoughts. The double stacks, I do like them, if not as much. I don't know. I guess I guess this all comes about like when the M45A1, I guess, to kind of put a point on this, or to kind of end it and to kind of repeat the beginning and the end. I guess I just remember hearing so many good things about like HR, 1911 operators and TRPs, and that leading into the M45A1 for the Marine Corps, and then that kind of being like the last real gasp of 1911s specifically. Which, if you wanna throw 2011s or double stack 1911s, like the resurgence of double stack 1911s, because I mean it is just kind of like a wider gripped 1911 that accepts red dots and has a lot more capacity than a standard 1911. But in my thoughts, like when the surplus M45A1s came out, and hearing so much about that, also kind of leading into that, And then as we get to, that was like what, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe something like that. Pretty sure it was definitely pre-pandemic. And then ending up hearing that, well, the M45A1s kind of sucked actually. And then it's like, oh, that sucks because the Colt M45A1 is a beautiful tan pistol. You think like, oh, it's super cool, it's super good. Must be custom, high spec, and made. Still production, but I guess kind of figuring out where that, maybe it was all just hype regarding 1911s. Like maybe you know, maybe 1911s in general were just overhyped for like the last 20 years, or and it's just the legend of it. The two world wars. Um, it's kind of overhyped it, I guess. This is the best way to put it. Probably overthinking this. Definitely overthinking this. M45. It's still got it though. It's still I was actually thinking about this. Like, is any the term a couple, the thing that gets thrown out there is like, oh, you know, it's obsolescence. Still still a mag fed semi-auto pistol, and with its history, it's not going anywhere. Maybe not the M45A1 specifically, just the 1911 in general. So wrap it there, because I could yap and talk in circles and say nothing for another half hour.